The AirPods 4 are probably one of the better products to come out of Apple's launch event. There are going to be two versions of the AirPods, one featuring the active noise cancellation and one without it. The ANC version is coming out at $179 and the non-ANC version is coming out at $129. There may not be a huge difference visually, and if you were like me, you probably think you save yourself some money and just get the non-ANC version. Unfortunately, you'll be wrong, and here's why I avoid the non-ANC version altogether. The non-ANC AirPods features the actual AirPods itself in the case. The battery of the case is actually a 398 milliamp battery, and it can hold up to 30 hours of listening time and 20 hours when on call. Unfortunately, the case does not support any type of wireless charging, only USB-C can charge this device, so yeah, already strike one there. The AirPods themselves are rated for about 5 hours of listening time by themselves, just about the same as the active noise cancellation versions. However, the active noise cancelling ones do come with a speaker and as well as wireless charging. One thing to note that this case actually did indeed get rid of the button on the back of the AirPods. It is now a capacitive touch sensor, as you can see here. When you double tap, it'll start the pairing process, and triple tap will actually reset it to its factory settings. It is now IP54 dust, sweat, and water resistant, as opposed to the previous version that was IPX4. The audio driver of both the ANC and the non-ANC version are gonna be the same, at least on paper. I don't have them with me at the moment. The overall fit of the AirPods are a lot nicer, and it fits a lot better than the AirPods 2 if you're still on that generation. My gripe with these AirPods though, and the AirPods 2, was the overall fitment of my left ear. It left it very sore, and unfortunately it does start hurting after 15 minutes. Luckily with these, this isn't a problem anymore. If you're on the fence because of the fitment itself, well, rest assured these problems are indeed solved with this generation. Luckily, they don't fall off this time around, but there still is not a good seal when I do have them on, and I'm constantly adjusting my left ear pod when listening to music or podcasts. I can't complain because the actual AirPods themselves, they did find a universal fit for everyone. That's something that's extremely difficult to achieve, so I'll give Apple their props. Another amazing thing they added was the nod to either accept or decline a phone call, which is actually pretty cool. If you're like me and you're always busy doing something with your hands, which is actually pretty convenient when you're in places like the gym or the library where you don't want to disturb others that are, busy and stuff, Not that I would know personally, I don't go to either. Now let's talk about the overall sound of the AirPods without ANC. Initial impressions was these things have some crispy trebles. You can definitely hear the brilliance of them, and it can sometimes come off as a little bit too sibilant at times, meaning the treble can be a little bit too peaky for those with sensitive ears. It is very apparent in songs like Crazy by La Seraphim, where the audio gets a little bit distorted sometimes. I noticed with a lot heavier tracks, for some apparent reason, the AirPods lose a lot of clarity. Fortunately, the rest of the treble, like the female vocals, the cymbals, was toned down a little bit, and I noticed a nice, safe, warm sound. Furthermore, the mids were fantastic. The mid bass was actually pretty nice, fairly punchy, and did not bleed at all towards the mids. However, the sub bass was definitely lacking. There wasn't enough oomph that I was looking for, and well, that is to be expected when you go wireless and are expected to have long battery life. When you look at the graph, you start to see how it follows the Harman target very closely up until the treble region. However, you can definitely see the drop off on the sub bass region over here, and as expected, you have a huge spike on the 13 to 14K region near the treble. However, the rest of the treble was definitely toned down a little bit compared to Harman, and honestly, I much prefer this tuning over Harman. I'm extremely surprised about the overall sound quality these had to offer. Unlike the previous generation, this truly was a well-rounded earbud that an audiophile wouldn't mind having in their ear. The microphones also have been improved tremendously. Here's a quick sound test between the 4s, the 2s, and the wired AirPods. This is a microphone test of the wired AirPods. This is a sound test of the AirPods 2. This is a voice recording of the new AirPods 4 without active noise cancellation. Just the sound alone is definitely worth upgrading to, but before you do, there are a few things that you definitely should consider. There are going to be a few other things that you're going to be missing out on the non-ANC version. There's going to be no noise cancellation, no transparency mode, and there's going to be no Apple's latest conversation awareness, which automatically adjusts the volume of media and enhances the voices of others when you start talking. Not to mention, the case itself is going to be a little bit different, albeit a simple speaker, but it does help you find misplaced AirPods, which is definitely a plus. Apple knowingly marked the AirPods 4 with ANC very, very aggressively to compete with their own AirPods 4 without ANC. And well, they just decided to price these two versions so close together so that customers would have an easy time swallowing the extra $50. And well, it sucks because those extra $50 do provide a lot of amazing features that I feel are what make AirPods AirPods. It is still a noticeable upgrade in sound quality as a whole, but everything else is still the same as the 3rd gen minus the MagSafe. And well, if that's the case, then who are these AirPods for? Well, if you're someone who doesn't have 3rd gen AirPods and definitely want to upgrade, let's say if you're in the 1st gen or the 2nd gen, and you don't really necessarily care for all the bells and whistles, these definitely provide a significant improvement that you should definitely look into. But it's a hard sell. Personally, I believe that it's better if you just get some refurbished AirPods 2 for about $160 on Amazon, but I digress. Well, that's going to be it for the AirPods 4 without ANC. Definitely a hard sell, something I definitely would not consider. They're still a great earbud altogether, but I don't know. Just don't know who Apple is trying to get with these AirPods. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and please hit subscribe too. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. The only thing that's left for us to hit monetization, so please hit that subscribe button. It'll mean the world to me. And well, thank you guys so much for watching, and well, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.